channel. It has been, I'm in it again. Not really. I've been doing good about posting, but anyways, today's vlog is basically going to be just the Graceland's 2-month update. We do have her 2-month appointment later today at 2. So I just finished dropping Cohen off over to his grandparents and then heading into town really fast to grab a Target pickup order and also Starbucks for me. And then we're heading over to her appointment at 2. So let's just get started on the update as far as what's new with her. And then after the appointment, I'll tell you how much she weighs, all the fun stuff. So let's get right on into it. So at her last appointment, she was 9 pounds, 1.5 ounces. And if I'm being honest with you, I think she's pretty close to 11 pounds if she's not already 11 pounds right now. She has chunked up quite a bit. She is eating 4.5 to 5 ounces, most of the time 5-ounce bottles now. She's not spitting up as much, which has been a godsend, thank goodness. We just have been doing better about holding her up for at least 30 minutes after her feedings, and that's really helped with her not spitting up quite as much. So with that being said, 5-ounce bottles. She's still in size 1 diapers. I'm probably going to move her up to size 2 probably within the next 2 weeks because the ones are starting to get a little snug on her. I was originally with ones kind of connecting the Velcro parts together, but now they're pretty much right where they need to be. She's not having as many, knock on wood, blowouts either, but she still is having them, so I'm not going to say she doesn't have them. She still does have them every now and then. And I've kind of come to find out that it's most of the time when she's sitting in that kind of a position. So like in her car seat is when she'll blow out, and her swing she'll blow out. So that's kind of what I've noticed, is blowouts is when she's in a certain position. It's not all the time, all that kind of fun stuff. She's now in 3-month clothes completely. She was wearing a 3 to 6 month clothes the other day, and it actually is fitting her better than it was. So I'm gonna say she's probably in 3 months, and then she can fit in some of the 3 to 6 month clothing as well. Some of her 3-month pajamas seem a little snug on her, but again, she is chunking up, so we'll see. If she's anything like her brother, she's going to grow very fast, but she is petite. She's still really small, but chunk-wise, she's filling out finally. So milestones that she's hit this month is last month she was smiling and whatnot. She still is smiling, especially when you're talking to her first thing in the morning, that kind of stuff, but she is now starting to giggle, which is super fun. I love when she giggles. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. And her giggle is a lot different than Cohen's, so her giggle is quite adorable. I haven't gotten it on video yet, of course. That's just how it goes. Every time literally she giggles, I go to record it and she stops. I'm not even joking, just plain old stops. So smiling's new. She rolls from her stomach to her back every now and then, and she seems to be wanting to already roll from her back to her stomach. And again, she's 2 months old, so like that's very early in my opinion for her to be doing all that stuff already. She's very good with her head control. She looks around and everything like that. She follows things with her head and her eyes and all that fun stuff. So she's doing really, really well with milestones and you know, things that she's supposed to be doing at this age and everything like that. So with that being said, she's doing pretty good. I'm trying to think of what else I could talk about. Oh, I have one more thing to talk about. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about before I go to the appointment, just because I don't want you guys to be like, well, that's new, is she's been, I want to say for like the past month-ish, having these like episodes where she cannot breathe. And when I say that, like she turns purple in the face and like stiffens up, arms in the air, and just like looks very panicked. and she literally cannot breathe. Like, I will blow in her face and that doesn't help, all that kind of stuff. So last time she did it was this past Saturday, and she doesn't ever hold her breath longer than probably like 10-15 seconds, if that. But when it happens, it's very like out of nowhere, and obviously it startles the living tar out of us, especially me, because I don't know what's going on, and I'm not sure how I'm going to help her because it just continuously is happening. But with that being said, that's something I'm bringing up at the appointment today, because I was talking to my mom about it. My little sister used to hold her breath when she was little, and I didn't know until literally this past weekend I was talking to my mom about it, that she was actually having seizures, and that's why she was doing what she was doing, was because she was having seizures. And they never like gave her a diagnosis as far as like why it was happening, or if they did, my mom doesn't really remember. The only thing she does remember though is they were random, so like it just happened randomly. It wasn't like consistent, nothing triggered it, and that's kind of what's happening with her, is it'll just happen. And I haven't gotten it on video, and I wouldn't even show that even if I did, because it's scary. The only reason why I would show it is to show the doctor today, but in those instances, that's not what I'm thinking about. But anyways, my sister was on phenobarbital for her seizures, and she started having these seizures around like 6 to 9 months of age. My mom said she doesn't know exactly, but she knows it's like in that time frame. But now that Graceland's doing that, it's kind of alarming. I asked a bunch of questions to my mom, and she thinks that it's a good idea just for me to bring it up. It could be reflux for all I know, because it doesn't happen constantly, but it happens at least once a week, and like I said, it's scary every time it does happen. So I am bringing it up today. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen with that. Most of the time, no offense to doctors out there, but they like gaslight the tar out of you these days and make you seem like you're crazy sometimes. Like with Cohen's autism stuff that's going on, which he has an appointment next week for. He gaslit me for a year when I kept telling him that, you know, these were my concerns, and because he wasn't seen in the appointment, he wasn't concerned. But then, of course, a year later, that's when he finally sees it. So with that being said, I'm going to be pretty open about that with him, and I'm just going to be flat out and just say that this is really concerning me. Obviously, I want to be doing something, like whatever I need to do if there's something that needs to get done. But like I said, I don't know if he's going to think that it's reflux, or if he's going to agree, maybe think that we need to dig a little bit deeper. But like I said, she's thriving in every other aspect, so I'm not, like, when it happens I'm concerned, but then after, like, I'm not as concerned about it. So we shall see what his thoughts are regarding that, again, because it's really weird, and when it happens, it scares the living tar out of me. So just want to address that and see what his thoughts are and kind of go from there. So that's the update until after her appointment. I do know she gets like 3 shots today, and then 1 oral vaccine today. So in the Target order, I'm picking up infant Tylenol. I never really used it for Cohen. He was never really painful after vaccines and stuff like that. I don't really like to use Tylenol, if I'm being honest, on my children. So I'm getting it just to have on hand in case she's like painful and stuff like that. But again, I'm not too concerned that she's going to be, because Cohen never really was, and he never really had like inflammation from the vaccines or anything like that. And if he did, I would put like a cold washcloth on it. So that's what I'm picking up from Target right now, is that and my coffee creamer. So that's the update for now. Alright, so we just got out of our appointment, and it was a little bit longer because of my concerns regarding her episodes of not breathing and everything like that. So with that being said, She weighs 11 pounds, 4 ounces. She's 24¼ inches long. So she's growing really good. I brought up the, not breathing episode thing that she does, and he said that doesn't sound like reflux. I also kind of told him about my sister's history and stuff like that when she was a baby, and he kind of said that's kind of a red flag. So we are scheduling her for an EEG just to see kind of what's going on, if it is seizures, all that kind of fun stuff. So now I wait for a phone call from them as far as scheduling and everything like that, and we will kind of go from there. So it's pretty much the update on Graceland for her 2 months. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next vlog, which will probably be next week, regarding kind of stuff that happens at Cohen's autism appointment. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye.